So those 3 matches there. Ziggurat, thank you for the 3-month resubscription. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I think that there really confirmed for me like what my feelings had already kind of been, that I don't want to play any type of white-based, especially blue-white based controlling shell without Terminus in the deck. So we've got 4 Terminuses here. We've got some Jaces to put Terminuses back and stuff like that. If we lose money on this, does that make it not a job for you again? I mean, buying tickets on occasion, this makes more than enough money to buy tickets on occasion. It's just often I don't have to buy tickets. I don't think that this is strictly a bad Scapeshift deck. Like, Scapeshift has to play a bunch of red lands in the deck that are really awkward. As someone who's played a lot of Scapeshift, drawing Valakut in blue Scapeshift decks is probably up there with the worst feelings in Magic. It's really bad. This come into play tapped land that not only doesn't fix your mana, but makes it actively worse is terrible. It's a shame this isn't a breeding pool. Thanks for the bits, Red Life. I think you played pretty well. I was confused by your play with the rally on the last turn of the game, but the fact that you had returned from the ranks made it make more sense. This seems keepable. Like a land. Why would you put Approach in a Scapeshift deck? That sounds like really medium. Kinda. I don't know that I want Terminus in the As Foretold build, but I guess it's just like it's so good that it's worthwhile. Like Terminus with Ancestral Visions is a little bit awkward, but I guess if you play some Jaces, it's probably fine. Thanks for the great content. Thanks for the great support. Thanks for the 2 months and welcome back, Minnesota. I took my Cryptic Command. All right. I don't think Settle the Wreckage is very good. I think it's much worse than Terminus. I think the timing restriction on it makes it super awkward. I think once your opponent knows that it's in your deck, it makes all of your plays fairly telegraphed and obvious. These decks have a hard enough time getting their answers to line up correctly, so like playing another card that depends on your opponent making a mistake and lining your answers up correctly seems aggressively medium. The worst part about deck building on stream is having to answer the same deck building questions over and over again. Actually just super frustrating. I'm probably just going to ignore a lot of questions today when they get asked again after we've already answered them. It's probably the best way to approach it. Liliana here is really annoying. In this Botanical Sanctum here. Probably on the bounce draw Liliana at end of turn plan here. That's fine. Looks like black-white walkers. Hoping to draw another Cryptic here, I guess, but we're already through 2 Cryptics. No, they'll all be broken up by deck. I'm going to put them in an approach playlist, Frostbite, but they will be broken up. Alright, that's sweet. Gives them a target for their Field of Rune, but honestly, we might just not flip it for a hot second. Glittering Wish is really slow and clunky. Modern is a format that's about tempo and resource efficiency, and adding 2 mana to every spell you cast is not how you gain tempo or be resource efficient. That's okay. Interesting. Okay. So do I want to brainstorm gain 4 here? Or do I want to activate Search for Azcanta? I kind of just want to brainstorm gain 4. Yeah, the land drops are nice. I agree. Ugh. I have a lot of ways to deal with Ormondal. Dig. We've got 4 paths and 4 Terminus in our deck. I'm really not worried about Ormondal. Field feels bad. Wow, their hand must be like really stacked if that's their discard here. All right, step 1. I believe in miracles. Do do. Beep beep do beep do. This is my dream stream. You have weird dreams, Bionic. Yeah, maybe colonnades are better than the temples. Genuinely don't know. We're just dead to this Liliana ult, right? Can't beat everything. We're gonna try, after this, I have a traditional blue-white control deck with a more traditional blue control with approach, and it's got some colonnades in it as well. D-Sphere is great here, obviously. Tracker's probably pretty good. Path to Exile seems pretty bad. Negate's probably fine. Trim these Thought Scours. Let's do this. I'm not gonna board Tracker in. These people online, people in general, just like always leave in removal. Not gonna bring in 2 creatures and turn it on. This is probably fine. Also just like don't want to mulligan too much against the deck full of discard spells. Making approach cost 9 sounds really bad. I don't know how you're ever like getting to 9 mana in an Esper deck. Like even 7 is arguably a stretch. Playing energy cards just requires you to play too many cards that aren't modern playable. Right? Well, we've got lands, chat. We've got plenty of lands. If they play Liliana here, I'm actually gonna bin. Okay, no Liliana. I'm gonna get a basic island here so we can cast Cryptic if we draw it. Hoagland Tribal. Yeah, definitely in for a search for Azcanta at this point. I can even Terminus plus search next turn, which is nice. And I'm pretty sure I just want to clean the board up here at this point. Just want to like get my hand empty so their discard spells are bad. Twin cast does not work for a variety of reasons. I feel like I'm going to time a lot of people out today that don't know. That don't know what magic cards do. Gonna time a lot of people out. The reason why I didn't block there is because I'm dumb. Good, Justin. Please do. Isn't the answer to that question always yes, Frozen? Take a Cryptic Command. Yep. All right, so we're taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I believe they can only 18 us this turn. They can emblem the Sorin and then emblem the Gideon. Right? 6 and then 12 is 18. Brecken. I go on vacation and this happens. We are dead to brutality. 10 out of 10 dead to brutality. I think it's still right to play the approach there though. Sweet. They don't have a discard spell. We get another turn, which is nice. We could also just like be a goddamn professional and like rip another approach here. Night's Whisper does not target. It's a Thought Seize. It's a tilt. Spell Bomb. Don't care about that one. That gets us to approach a little quicker. We were playing against a black-white mid-range deck. Game 1 approach is basically our only win con. We also have, in addition to drawing the other copies of Approach, we also have a couple copies of Terminus in our deck that are pretty decent. Although I guess Terminus isn't good enough because Gideon Ally's Zenda card just fires up and kills us. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to flip search. Now they took that decision away from us, so God bless. All right, 2 shots at approach. I'm gonna do this. Just clean it up. Good game's opponent. Dead to Chad. I'm aware that I was dead on board, chat. But the only thing better than a Terminus is like naturally drawing one of the other approaches. I'm aware that I was dead on board. I made that play knowing I was dead on board, chat. Sometimes your best percentage play to win is hoping your opponent misses the thing. Opponent's playing black-white mid-range. We've played it a few times on stream. Not the exact list they were playing, obviously, but black-white Chads. Bunch of Gideon tribal, basically. We might be quickly shelving the ramp build. Justin, I want to give you a reasonable expectation. I think if we don't manage to 3-2, I don't know, let's say the first 6 leagues, I'm going to give 6 leagues. If we don't manage to cash a league in 6 leagues, I'm going to ask you to pick a different shtick for the second part of the stream. Because just like losing all day, I'm interested in like trying some things, but if all we do is get dumpstered, that just becomes bad TV after a while. So we've got some ideas to try. I think I have 5, maybe 6 different things I want to try, but if we're not successful after the first 6 drafts, we're gonna need to move on. I'm gonna give it, let's give it like, no, I have at least 4. I have 2 more suggestions here. Yeah, I have at least 5 actually. I have five ideas. I have 3 more ideas after this one that I would like to try. So I've got a traditional blue-white control build here that I want to try that's like trying to add approach as a secondary win condition. And then I want to try a build with as foretold, and I want to try a build with being a blue-white Tron deck. So we're gonna try, let's try those 3. Let's try those 3 and we'll see where we go from there. I don't think fog decks are good, Justin. There's too many decks in Modern that win by not attacking. Decks that fogs are good against, your Terminuses are just also good against. You just play Terminus. Remand is not a card that's good in Modern. My article on Gathering Magic tomorrow is going to be, or sorry, Cool Stuff Inc. We publish on a new site now. My article on coolstuffinc.com will be talking about cards I would ban in Modern and what I think Wizards of the Coast will do. I'm actually not that frustrated. Like, this is part of, I feel like people think when you show up with a new deck in Modern that you just like, that was the first draft of that deck and you were automatically successful. And just like, that couldn't be further from the truth. Like, for every good deck you see that's new that pops up, there were a dozen other decks that ended up on the cutting room floor that were complete and utter failures. Like, we're gonna, the first step towards being good at something is sucking at it, chat. You gotta work a little bit. You gotta fail a little bit before you succeed. And that applies to more than just Magic. That applies to life too. The easiest way to ensure that you're never gonna succeed at anything is if you're terrified of failing. Like, if you're afraid to fail, you're actually never going to succeed. Rebound doesn't work, JMP. Approach explicitly says cast from hand. I'm gonna bin that. Just like want to get cards into my bin. I also stacked these in the wrong order again. I need to stop doing that. I need to stack it so this is on top. Alright, so let's grab a plains here. I'll put Temple of Enlightenment in. Bottom of land here. Honestly, and like, this is, I often talk about how I try to avoid doing content that's building on stream because of some of the frustrations that come with it, and just like people screaming things at me all the time. So I think today, even if we fail at all 5 leagues, I think today will be meaningful content in that we can probably transfer some knowledge about talking about good ways to approach deck building and bad ways to approach deck building, etc. I think I'm actually going to keep this opt in my hand right now because this opt gives me a chance to Terminus them on their turn, which is something I'm definitely interested in doing. I'm going to bin that land because I want to just like work towards flipping this more aggressively. I talk about that in my article, White Gold Main, and I see you have that little sub icon there next to your name. So if you pop into the subs Discord, you can read through my logic and reasoning about why I would unban Green Sun Zenith. It'll be live for absolutely everyone on Cool Stuff Inc. tomorrow. Do I have lists ready to go? I have a list ready to go for the one after this. I had 3 lists ready when we started today, but the other ones we're going to build a little bit on stream. Is Thought Scour better than Opt in a non-Terminus build to get the second approach going faster? No, I want the card selection from Opt. In the channel labeled article previews, I'm going to take a land at this point. They have Squee. Alright, so for people that aren't following what our opponent's doing, they're kind of just floundering around right now, but they have Vengevine and Flame Wake. I probably wouldn't be surprised if they had Hallowed One hiding out somewhere. No, it's always going to be Wednesday moving forward, Nightstar. For those of you that want the quick hits from what my article says, my article definitely says I would unban Twin, Stoneforge Mystic, and Green Sun Zenith. And it says I would ban Ancient Stirrings and Faithless Looting. I'm going to ditch this Thought Scour because it lets me flip my search. I guess I could have just cast Approach there. Yeah, maybe I was just supposed to cast Approach there. You can always find my articles here. bit.ly/Google articles. Yeah, I 10 out of 10 should have cast Approach there. That was a mistake. They're probably going to put creatures into play next turn, and then I'm going to want a Terminus next turn, and I can't right now because of, I want a Terminus, and that means I can't approach next turn. I mean, Serpy Boy, you can make the same crappy argument you just made there, but only apply it to Ponder and Preordain. You could say, well, you can't ban Ponder and Preordain because it hurts every blue deck. We did that anyways. Like, everything you do impacts a wide variety of decks. It's just like the facts about it. Now I have to Cryptic Tap Draw. I'm on a Cryptic Tap Draw so I don't take a hit here. And then untap and Terminus. You can read about why I think looting should be banned in my article on Cool Stuff Inc. tomorrow. If you're a sub, you can find the unformatted version of that article in the subs Discord preview. But for everybody else, along with people that like nice formatting, it'll be up on Cool Stuff Inc. tomorrow. Yeah, and like, it's just like absurd how much better this Terminus is than a... I mean, yeah, I should definitely still Terminus here, but we're going to have the game win in 2 more turns. I wonder if this deck's supposed to just have 4 approaches in it. That's a real possibility, too. That, like, maybe this ramp build is built wrong because I just don't have 4 approaches in it. Bye, friends. They lightning axing their Vengevine? They're lightning axing their Vengevine. It's a good line. This is fine, so we can path the Vengevine when they put it back into play next turn. Do you realize how much 9 mana is, Zetasar? 9 mana is a lot of mana. Like, I only have as much mana as I have this game, because I basically cast 2 ramp spells. I cast a ramp spell, I cast Search for Tomorrow, and Azcanta was basically a ramp spell. Shadowfall, always love watching the streams, keep doing what you're doing. Thanks for the tip, I appreciate it. Thanks for the support, thanks for keeping me here. Congrats and condolences, Monster. The Tron matchup is good, but definitely not unlosable. Sometimes they do Tron things. Tron. So their best series here is to get another Hallowed one into play and then put multiple birds back. Are we casting Goblin Nabobs? Okay. Remember, the Flamewake Phoenix has an intervening if clause, I believe. Yeah, if you do. Yeah, so this means, what that means is this has a hippity. These boots were made for looting and untapping all my creatures and giving them 1/1 till end of turn, and that's just what they'll do. Thanks for the 3 months, I appreciate it. Welcome back. So basically, if you kill their 4-power thing before the Flamewake trigger gets a chance to resolve, you take this out of play, they're not going to get to bring these back. So next turn, we'll go to 26. The turn after that, we'll cast the second one and win the game. Are they going to kill their Vengevine again? Looks like it. That's fine, though. We basically just need to, like, not die next turn from 26, and we'll win the game. You move, Yuki boy. This is all we got. Come and get it. Dinner's ready. Come and get it. Remember, if you're going to criticize even something that my opponent is doing, you need to be constructive and specific, or you're going to get a quick 10-minute break. It does need to be there on resolution. That's it, literally explicitly what I was just talking about, Viral Drake. Flamewake Phoenix checks when the trigger would be put on the stack, and it checks when the trigger would resolve. Explicitly checked both. Looks like a fun day. What's going on, Brightstar? Thanks for the 5 months and welcome back. I appreciate it. Sure. And Steve. Alright, so I've got these. I've got these. What else do I want? I think this is a Supreme Verdict matchup. Like, obviously, Terminus is better, but I think Supreme Verdict's still probably pretty good. I'm gonna trim these. I'm gonna trim at least one search here. What are my last 2 cuts? I don't want to cut all the searches. Maybe trimming a Cryptic Command is fine. I think Thragtusk is probably too slow. Yeah, I think we go down a Cryptic. I don't know that I want to cut an approach. I think getting our approach ASAP is pretty important. You can always find my latest deck list on my website, Mingpack. So, always find my latest deck list here. I think Snap's actually pretty okay. Oh, I guess it's bad with Rest in Peace. All right, we're not always going to have Rest in Peace, like more paths are good. Tribe Elder is great, chat. Don't cut Tribe Elder against aggressive decks. Tribe Elder is a rampant growth that gains 4 life. It's very, very good. So Jace helps us set up faster terminuses, which is nice. Termini? Is it fast? Is it termini or terminuses? What do we think? Is it termini or terminuses? Terminusa. Terminodes. Termine. Is terminus the plural of terminus? It could be that too. It could be terminus is the plural of terminus. I think this hand's keepable. It's got plenty of lands. It's got a path for interaction. It's got a Cryptic Command to fog for a turn. And it can make white mana to rip a terminus off the top. Looked it up, can confirm. Terminus is a real word. Look at that. Plural. Termini. Gosh. Just look at that. Plural. Termini. Get it? Got it. Good. Playing a fetch land on 1 here, so we can fetch white, so that way if we rip a terminus, we can play it on 2. How many hours have you missed? We've been live for almost 2 hours. This league. I've learned more words from playing Magic for 8 years than I have from school, right? Alright, hollow me, baby. Only feel hollow on the inside. Alright, so I'm going to fetch a Temple Garden here, I think. Warded out the 3rd search, drew both the ones. So do I want to path this, or do I want to play search this turn? I think I just want to play search this turn and use my health total as a bit of a resource here. It's more resource efficient too. Helps me dig Determini. No, I don't think so, Cybrin. I think I'd rather leave the hollow one in play for now. They brought in Destructive Revelry. Okay. Fair, I guess. Like, a lot of these decks don't have room to fit a bunch of lightning bolts in, right? So, well, okay. Now I'm going to fetch Shock and path this. Search is... Chat, listen, kids these days don't know how good they have it. When they talk about search, and let me tell you about the front side of search for Azcanta. Did you know we used to pay 3 mana for this effect? How many of you kids have never seen a think tank before? let me tell you about cards that are plenty playable all on their own. Okay? All I'm saying is 2 mana for the front side of Search for Azcanta. That's a deal, chat. That's a cheaper think tank. How many of you kids have never seen a cephalid before? Probably kids out there that have never seen a cephalid. Alright, we have a Hallowed Fountain. He's saying there's a viable 8-tank deck lurking on us. I guess it's technically not a strictly better think tank because think tank's not legendary. You can have multiple think tanks, but don't even get me started on Lycids. Vexing Shusher. Man, the retail on my Cryptic Command has just gone way down. This housing market is terrible, chat. Be very quiet. Be very quiet. Do cephalids band with other cephalids? We need more thralls, man. You don't understand how good the thralls are. Jace, the Mind Sculptor. We can begin sculpting their minds, chat. We can begin sculpting their minds. Do we just like Jace unsummon? I think we Jace unsummon. 4 mana unsummon. Favorite Jace mode. That one. Pick it up. Where's the Homerids? Do you think Homerids and Cephalids get along? Or do they fight with each other? Ezendra, thank you for the 2-month resubscription and welcome back. I appreciate it. We were actually talking about this the other day with Kavus. I feel like the fantasy lore in Magic has gotten more generic the older the game has gotten. Like, we don't see Kavus and Cephalids and like all these other things. They're just like really awesome creature types, in my opinion. Perfect, Suna. I probably won't see it till late tonight or tomorrow, though, because we're going till 9 o'clock tonight for the stream today, and I don't check Discord while I'm streaming. Yeah, we had a throwback Kavu in Dumb. We did have throwback Kavus in Dumb. Raging Ravine's actually pretty annoying here. Ak, Hans, run, the Lurgoyf. I'm gonna play Temple of Enlightenment here. Bottom that. I would like to sculpt your mind. Need to put that one right there, please. No, I wanted to scry first to give myself the best chance to find a Terminus to put on top of my deck to draw with this Cryptic Command. Yeah, we're probably going to go... If they don't activate this pre-combat, I'm going to go Cryptic, bounce this draw card, so this gets bounced and we Terminus their board. The opponent's playing green-red Hollowvine. Deal. So now I'm going to go return Stomping Ground to their hand, draw a card. I'm going to go pick you up. Nah, bouncing Jace is silly. I want all my mana open next turn. I want to bounce Stomping Ground because I don't. Oh, untap. Yeah, untap Stomping Ground is better. Sure. Yeah, you are correct in that untap Stomping Ground is better. This isn't a cycle land, so no, I'm not. Cycling the land that isn't a cycle land is not better. Although I guess bouncing a land here gives them a land to discard to Insolent Neonate. So yeah, that was just bad. I should have just like tapped their creatures, drawn a card. Although they didn't do that, so. Nah, I have plenty of lands to play. The Scry from Temple of Enlightenment isn't particularly valuable. Oh, you know what? I should have put Prairie Stream on top here, because then I could have kept the Search for tomorrow to shuffle my deck after I Jace Storm here. Yeah, 10 out of 10 should have done that. Ten out of 10 should have done that. Brian, thanks for the 10 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. I know you were here a long time before that, too. You were one of the OGs back during the music streams. I appreciate the support. It is a very nice Ambush Viper we have. I agree. I'm going to go ahead and opt. Nah, I'm not going to opt in response. This is fine. They have Lightning Axe in their deck still. Only Hex. What a fruitless adventure that turned out to be. It's a shame. Their game was pretty good. Yeah, they must not have enough cards in their sideboard to bring in if they're leaving Lightning Axe in. You think this is a concession verdict? Feels like this is going to be a concession verdict. Start with the Jace Storm. Ooh. Ooh. Candy. I'm going to put this back, Boop. Twitch has my date wrong. What happened with Hex? They just ended up being unsuccessful. There's a lot more that goes into having a video game be successful than just like the game itself. The market's very difficult to get into and very volatile. It's tough for a small company. The lawsuit from Wizards of the Coast didn't help at all. That definitely probably hamstringed them a bit. It likely hamstringed them a bit. I shouldn't have put the approach right on top. I should have put it down a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to Jace Storm after I approach here, so that way I can gain some life. Yeah, that's pretty common, Bruce. Places like to sue people that are smaller companies. Flex there. You know what they say when you can't innovate, litigate. Take the Apple approach. Sue everybody. Okay, and this is sweet. So I get to go ahead and put Jace this... No, sorry. I get to put Terminus Jace on top. And then I get to put this Plains into play. And then I can opt Terminus to clear the board if I want to. I want to rematch to 2-0 so I can get my bounty from the Brotherhood. Yeah, American laws concerning IPR. Did you know? And this is how absurd patents and things like that can be. Wizards of the Coast has a patent or a trademark or whatever. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not sure what the technical legal term is. I'm probably about to use the wrong one. They have a thing that says other games can't have their cards turned to the right. They have a patent or whatever it's called on tapping a card and turning it to the right. Yes, that is, it's, so like the Hex cards turned to the left because of that, and games like the Warhammer card game I've been playing, their cards turn to the left as well. They rotate counterclockwise through. Yeah, I believe the angle is, and again, I'm not a lawyer and I don't have all the details offhand, but I know that was one of the things that they've gone after people for. I don't know. I don't know all the details. I just know that, like, that kind of stuff is absurd. In my opinion, that kind of stuff is absurd. Some cards do explicitly turn to the left. You're right, but they don't have a thing on that. All right, well, we're on the scoreboard, chat. We're 1-1, and we definitely won this match in the back of Terminus, right? Yeah, and like companies, especially like Apple and technology companies do this all the time. They sue smaller startups to try and basically stop them from innovating in a way that could hurt their bigger product. And even if that lawsuit, even if the bigger company would lose the lawsuit if it went to trial, a lot of those smaller companies are forced to settle out of court because they don't have money for lawyers to have this long extended legal battle. They actually just like want to make their product. Like, it's very, very common that stuff like that happens. And it's obnoxious, but it's just the result of it. All right, well, we're waiting for the second match in this league to pop. We're finally on the scoreboard. I just like to say welcome to everybody today. My name's Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time stream meme content producer here on Twitch. Justin bought out the stream for his birthday, so we're playing approach decks all day today. We're going to be trying different things, brewing different things. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without all their support. Past subscribing to my channel, the best way to support my stuff is checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. Cardsphere.com. We'd love to help you turn some of your cards into other cards or with direct to the players. There's no haggling. They just take 1% fee off the top. When you resub, you need to refresh your browser page sometimes to send the message through. Cyanide, thank you for the resub, though. I do appreciate it. Make sure you do that, and you should be able to get a pop-up. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. CoolStuffInc.com buy and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And of course, this stream wouldn't be possible without viewers like Anaronix, Justin Nivik, and all of y'all out there. I do appreciate the support. Remember, if you are new and enjoying this stuff, make sure you follow the stream. Following doesn't cost you anything. It lets you know when I go live and with what. I think this is a keep. I think this is a keep. It doesn't have a third blue, which kind of sucks, though. No, I'm the court jester, chat. I am the monkey who dances for your entertainment. I sing, I dance, I wear costumes occasionally. To imply that I'm the king is silly, because that's just not true. I am a well-paid jester. That is, yep. People, you know how like when you're out like interacting with other adults, I don't do this often, but occasionally when you're interacting with other adults, people like ask what you do. The best way I found to describe what I do is to tell people that I'm a mixture of a cam girl and a clown. And then that's always funny and we get to have a fun conversation about what I do. Alright, Infect. Don't get cute, path the Infect creatures when their defenses are down. So let's just get this out of here. Thanks for the content. There you go. Thanks for the 2 months and welcome back. I appreciate it. She'll keep me employed for another month here. Your donation. Oh, plug your thing. Okay, chat. Okay. If you beat me 2-0 while I'm streaming today, Justin has prizes for you. So, Justin definitely has prizes for you if you beat me 2-0 while I'm streaming. I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna keep that because Thought Scour can clear my Jace Brainstorm next turn, which is nice. Didn't get Spell Pierce, ding. They could kill Jace next turn. They could, I think I'm going to put Terminus 2 down here. So that way I can Thought Scour into it next turn, potentially. Although I guess I want to just put it right on top, because I might want to do this during my turn. Yeah, I'm going to leave it on top, because I can always Jace Storm it back again, right? Hey, Brizio, thank you for checking out, honey. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to go Tribe Elder Terminus here. There's a non-zero chance this dies, though, which kind of sucks. Sweet, looting here means the Jace is living. Alright, so I'm going to want to click no on this Terminus very quickly. I'm going to say no, don't mill. And then no, don't reveal. Draw a card. I think I just want to float this on top of my deck. Do I want to path this? I might want to path this. I think I'm going to hold the Terminus in hand this turn most likely and end up using the Sakura-Tribe Elder to shuffle my deck. I'm going to put Thought Scour back, put Search for Tomorrow back, do this, cast this. This will get us our third blue for Cryptic and shuffle to clear the Jace Storm. Blue source. I've been that for now. Although I guess if I drew it, I could get to flipping the search quicker. Maybe that's appealing. Wonder if we're going to see Dryad Arbor fetched up at end of turn. Just going to go ahead and Terminus just this one Jace here, I think. Just like clean it out. So they can't flip it over next turn. So I'm going to put back Terminus, Search. I'm going to play Glacial. And then if we need to Terminus next turn, we can opt into it. And if we don't want to opt into it, we can bin the Search, draw the Terminus. Yeah, this game's pretty done. Alright, so D-Sphere and Verdict seem great here. Cryptic Command is pretty slow. Search for Azcanta is a little bit slow. How do you feel about Vendilion Clique? Vendilion Clique's like, kind of like a Doomblade, right? It also gives us a little bit of disruption. Is this better than Cryptic Command? I think I like this better than Cryptic Command. What do we think? You think D-Sphere is not good enough? I think I just want all my spot removal. Cryptic's pretty medium, right? Like, they'll probably have Dispel in post board. And Spell Pierce and stuff like that. Yeah, let's just bring in the clicks. Yeah, Bloxing's Moth too. I think Jace is important for making Terminus better. Hippity. Sand looks like it's gonna die quickly. Maybe. I mean, sometimes your hand needs to draw spells, right? Like, that's part of Magic. It does block. This is like blue Doomblade here. Ambush Viper, go, go, go. Let's go! Get him! Get him! Ink Moth's pretty bad for us. That probably means we're dead. Dead to Dismember. Never forget, chat. Modern's a turn 4 format. Never, ever forget. Never, ever forget. That was game 2. That was post board. I'm gonna keep this. Double ramp on the play is pretty good. No, I'm gonna be building all day. Be spending a large... maybe I should have fetched Temple Garden here so I could Miracle Terminus. Yeah, I was probably supposed to get Temple Garden here so I could Miracle Terminus on one. Because my searches are gonna get me blue lands. I'm gonna draw Terminus and feel real dumb. I don't know how they were going to beat us gaining 7 life. This scry actually doesn't matter. Because Search for Tomorrow is casting next turn. Great. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I feel really cheated now and you know why. Oh no, am I dead? I'm aware the probability for a turn 2 kill is low. Low does not mean 0. So, Clique gets to flash in here and be a potential blocker, although we know how well that worked out last game. And then it can clear the way possibly for Terminus to take the Glistener Elf off the table. I want to snap in case of truth. If they make it a 5/5, pre-combat, I'll probably snap instead. But if they don't make it a 5/5 pre-combat, they need like Groundswell plus Echoing Truth here. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this and hope it's good enough. You'd click yourself in bottom Terminus? No, chat. There's only 3 Terminuses in our deck, and I have a search for tomorrow that's going to unsuspend next turn. I guess I could click my approach out of my hand. Okay, yeah, maybe that's better because I can keep this, because I don't have to get rid of this one. Okay, yeah, I like that. You're right. This means my Terminus next turn is slightly less likely to resolve, but that's fine too. I guess maybe you could argue playing the Snapcaster Mage here is better because they played Inkmoth Nexus. Like, Click can block Inkmoth Nexus, but it can't block, Glistener Elf. The lack of Field of Runes in this deck is really sad right now. Yeah. Yeah, I think I played the wrong creature there. What's going on, Asgalore? Yep. Dead to a multitude of things here. Kill me? Yeah, good games, opponent. Gosh, that would have been so good. I guess we still would have died to double defense there, huh? Alright. I think I'm quickly coming around to this not being good. We're 1-2 in the league, so we're going to play at least one more. See if we can run it out, but we're going to try a more traditional control shell after this, and then probably a Tron variation after that. Yeah, this thing seems fine. Not good, but fine. How much does it cost to approach the second sun for 12 hours? If you would like to buy out the stream yourself in the future, it costs a minimum of $100 per league. Red-white planned at any point. Maybe. I don't know. That just doesn't sound very good. Prison decks generally aren't particularly great in Modern. Although Rest in Peace is kind of uniquely well positioned at the moment. Just like good against a variety of decks that are being played. I don't think Chalice or Blood Moon are good right now. But Ensnaring Bridge and others are good. Grab a Hallowed Fountain here so we can cast Terminus if we draw it. Is this a Justin Day? It is a Justin Day. Relic is just a good main deck card. You might be tired of it, but it's just a good card to put in your deck. I'm going to play Tribe Elder here so that way I can play 2/2 drops next turn, assuming we get a next turn. This is Modern, so I assume we're just going to die here on their 3. Lantern Control costs $1,000 per league, so do the math yourself. Am I dead? Details on how donation decks work in general are here. That's the wrong link. Maybe we get an island here so I can auto pass. Once they show us the Duskwatch Recruiter, we'll concede. just want to do my thing here. So we're dead to Cord. We're dead to Walking Ballista. Unfortunately, if they have Ballista, they need to make a lot of mana. This looks like Court of Calling. Collected Company. May or may not be dead to Company. Nope. Dead. Alright. Sweeper. I guess. Our deck with a bunch of Sweepers should be okay here, but sometimes they just turn 3 us, right? Like, we're not Jeskai. We don't have infinite spot removal, so I think it's pretty easy for us to get into bad spots here. Make them play it out, right? I think Detention Sphere is too slow. I think it's too slow. All right, we have a path. You don't board Jace out in this deck because Jace makes your Terminus is better. The only reason Jace is in this deck is because he's a necessary evil to make Terminus playable. Do I want to preserve my health total here or not? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to get Breeding Pool. I can afford a shock or two. I mean, you definitely have some draws that can't interact with combo decks, for sure. And then post-board, you get more tools against some of the combo decks. But, like, yeah, they had a combo that demanded a creature removal spell. We have 4 creature removal spells, and we didn't have it. Like... That's how it goes. That's how playing an answer deck works. The goal is that the only restriction for today is that I need to be playing a deck that's winning with approach. So we can't just like play Hallowed One and put 3 approaches in it and just plan to loot through them. That defeats the purpose. The goal is to try and find a deck that feels fun and competitive with the card Approach the Second Sun in Modern. Shannon, thanks for the 21 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think we're going to run white-blue. I think playing green-white Tron with Approach the Second Sun is just a bad green Tron deck, and I don't want to build a strictly worse something else. Believe it or not, adding a 7-mana card doesn't fix the problems taking turns has, so we're not going to do that. Again, same good deck-building principles apply, chat. We're trying to build a deck that feels competitive. We might fail. There's a good chance we don't find anything that feels competitive. But we're gonna give it at least 5 leagues. I have ideas for 5 different styles of decks with Approach the Second Sun, and we're gonna give it a try. Got 3 more after this one. And if those all fail, Justin's gonna give us something else to play. Keep their beater off the table, draw a card here. Oh, Terminus. No, those are really bad, Rump. Again, Modern's a different format than Pauper. Pauper's a format that's about grindy card advantage a lot of the time. That's not what this format is about. This format's about tempo and mana efficiency, not grindy card advantage. So, like, play to the strengths of the format. Build good decks. Stop trying to build bad decks. You'll be happier for it. Stop trying to build bad decks. So they likely have a company here, so I think I'm just going to pass the turn. I'm going to tap out for search. Or tap 2 for search. Sun and Moon's not a good Magic deck. Blood Moon's not a particularly good card in Modern, and Chalice is even worse. The deck's a lot of fun, Hippity. Taking 3 next turn. We don't have to be too worried about our health total because the opponent's deck doesn't have any traditional reach in it, which is nice. Because I didn't guarantee to have 6 lands, Fruity. Is the answer to your question. This, Yeah, we won a match. We've won a few games. We've won 1 match. I assume they're going to shoot my search here. Just go ahead and clean all those up. Terminus is like the janitor of Modern. Jund will be up. We'll be going back to playing things off the top of the order in the queue tomorrow. The stream has been bought out for the entirety of today. Spooderman, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Hopefully we hit an untapped land next turn and get to slam the approach and then just start working our way back towards it. Ding. Alright. Hopefully shouldn't die from 13 here. And remember, they don't have the infinite combo online here because this needs to not be summoning sick. So they don't get infinite mana until next turn, so I have a chance to Path to Exile them. So we'll take 4 here down to 9. We could just rip a second approach and kill them. We could rip a Terminus and just like be super far ahead. I'm gonna opt now because we could hit another approach and win the game. We can also hard cast a Terminus if we hit it here. Cryptic Command is great. I get to go ahead and path this now so they don't never have infinite mana. And then next turn I can tap their team and draw a card. So we drew a card. We opted through a card. Cryptic's going to draw a card. We'll draw a card for the turn. So we're at least 2 turns away from approaching the second sun that we put back into our deck. Yeah, Path on Upkeep's bad because of both Company and Court of Calling. So, them having 1 more mana here, like, also isn't a particularly big deal. Like, they have copious amounts of mana at this point. I have the one after this deck ready to go, but I don't have one for after that. So, I have general ideas, but we are going to do some deck building on stream today. I think Turbo Fog's not good in Modern. I think there's too many decks that kill you by not attacking. It's really good against decks that want to kill you by attacking, but there are a lot of decks that just kill you without attacking in Modern. I also think that, like, decks that Fogs are good against, your Terminuses are just good against. So, like, why not just clean the board instead of hoping to draw another Fog next turn? Next draw should be second sun. I think so. Are we dead? Good chance we're dead here. Remember, they need a payoff. So if they don't have a way to get their ballista or their Duskwatch recruiter. Is their last card just like actual factual walking ballista? Yep, good game's opponent. All right, this is another one for the cutting room floor. All right, we can cross the Scape Shift like deck off of our deck list. We kind of just like had too much flooding going on, but the reason why we flooded is because we have 32 mana sources in our deck, right? And like without Escape Shift single card win the game, it's definitely a little bit worse. So I feel like I'm just going to add this command. So that way we have it so people know